So last day we have started this WebTM, this portion, and we discussed a little bit. Actually, WebTM is used in the case of 4G, okay, and LTE in the application of LTE, WiMAX, WLAN. For all these things, WebTM modulation technique is used, and it's a main part of wireless communication. Okay, so even though in your syllabus it is there, and sometimes short note is coming for the exam in the exam. That is why we will discuss a little bit of WebTM. So to know WebTM directly, we cannot start the WebTM. Okay, we have to read before that few concepts about WebTM topic. Okay, I will tell. I will tell later. So as I told that in the case of WebTM, it is totally in wireless communication we are using. So that is why first we have shown here some BTS, some tower. This is mobile phone, and some signal is coming direct to the mobile phone from the tower, and some signal is coming via some obstacles. Okay, obstructed signal. So this is the line of sight communication, LOS, and these signals are non-line of sight communication. All the signals are coming at the mobile phone. So definitely there will be some inter-symbol interference problem. One symbol will interfere to the next one. Now, HT is the channel response. Channel, we know that channel is nothing but kind of filter, because through the channel, some signal, some frequency is passing, some frequencies are blocked. So we can assume that any channel will act as a filter. So filter is having some impulse response in time domain and frequency response in the frequency domain. So that is the channel response or the impulse response of the channel. That is nothing but channel response denoted by HT. This HT is introduced. It's very important term. In whole wireless communication, you have to consider the channel response or channel impulse response. Always it will be denoted by HT, small ht, which is nothing but the summation of this. What is this actually? This is the different signals which arrived at the mobile phone. AI is the amplitude of different signals which are arrived at the mobile phone with some delay. Okay, so AI is the amplitude, and this tau is some amount of delay, and capital L is the number of path. Here we have shown 3 paths. It may be 4 path, 5 path, whatever. So this AI is the amplitude or attenuated amplitude. Attenuation means amplitude will be reduced little bit of due to channel noise. That is the attenuation. Attenuation is nothing but reduction of amplitude of the original signal. Reduction of amplitude of the original signal due to some channel noise. That is the AI, attenuated amplitude. Now, what is the power or the gain of the signal? That is nothing but amplitude square, mod of amplitude square. So now if you are considering that total number of L value is 4, total number of 4 paths are there in between transmitter and receiver, in between tower and mobile phone. Suppose 4 paths are there, for an example. So then if we are going to put this 4 value at L, so it will be your I equals to 0 to 3. Gi is nothing but the power of the signal, then del T minus tau. That means for the value of I equals to 0, power will be your G0. There I have mentioned tau 0, G0, tau 1, G1. So now if I am going to plot this thing, this tau and G, so tau, that is the nothing but time axis, x axis, this one, and G is nothing but the amplitude of each time. That is whenever it is tau equals to 0, amplitude is G0, tau 1, G1, like that amplitude is suppose degrading. Okay, and when tau equals to 0, it is your G0, That means this is the original signal. That means this is the line of sight signal which received at the mobile phone. Line of sight signal. Okay. Now what we can say, this diagram is nothing but the power profile plot. And various delay, this is the important line, various delay are spread over an interval of time. This is known as delay spread. Various delays are there, you see, for a single symbol, one symbol, for a particular single symbol, many number of delays are there. One signal, one symbol is transmitted, from the tower. It receives at the mobile phone by using line of sight path, maybe by using non-line of sight path. That means for one symbol, more than one signals are received at the receiver side, at the mobile phone, at different delays with different attenuated amplitude. This is known as, these various delays, these are known as delay spread. Delay spread. Practically, this delay spread, or typical value of this delay spread, is 2 to 3 microsecond. Typical value of the delay spread is 2 to 3 microsecond. Now, consider a communication system with bandwidth, suppose 10 megahertz, denoted by B. Some single carrier frequency is there, this one. Single carrier frequency is there. Some particular spectrum will be there. Suppose this kind of some spectrum may be there. So what is the symbol time? Symbol time is nothing but 1 by B. B, you put the value of B, that is 10 megahertz. If I am putting here, you will get 0.1 microsecond. So this is the symbol time. So if symbol time is much less than the delay spread, denoted by TD, delay spread is 2 to 3 microsecond, and your symbol time for this example, the symbol time is 0.1 microsecond. So symbol time is much less than the delay spread time. Due to that, one symbol will interfere to the next one. Then ISI will occur. Inter-symbol interference will occur. Okay, that means this condition leads to ISI, inter-symbol interference. How to overcome this problem? Up to this we have discussed last time. Now how to overcome this problem, suppose. Now see, principle to overcome the inter-symbol interference. For this case, for this wireless communication, for in the case of FDM actually. Okay. Well, ISI we have already discussed in the previous thing. That ISI occurred in the wired channel when there is some lines there is some line in between transmitter and receiver. If it is wired, then ISI we have discussed, we have derived something. But this ISI, it is also inter-symbol interference, but it occurs due to the wireless communication. In the wireless communication, that means there is no wired line is there in between transmitter and receiver. It is wireless. Now the principle, how to overcome this ISI problem. Now see, now total bandwidth we have considered as 10 megahertz, capital B. Then this whole bandwidth we are dividing into some subbands. Number of subband we are denoting by capital N. Very simple, just to listen it. Very simple thing. Now bandwidth of each subband is B by capital N. For an example, we are considering that this B value is 10 megahertz and capital N, number of subband value is suppose 1000. So 10 kilohertz is the bandwidth of each subband. For each subband, that is the 10 kilohertz. Now what is the symbol time for each subband? For each subband, What is the symbol time? It is nothing but 1 by bandwidth. So 1 by B by N now, which gives you N by B, and N value is this, B value is this, which will give you 0.1 millisecond. That means 100 microsecond. Now this is the symbol time, your symbol time for this particular example. This is your symbol time, which is much greater than the delay spread. That means there will be no ISI. That means how we achieve this one? By dividing whole bandwidth into some sub bands. By dividing whole bandwidth into some sub bands. That is why frequency division, this word came in WFDM. WFDM means orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. Orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. That is, whole band of frequency is divided into some sub bands. That is why frequency is divided. Frequency division. Okay. So whole bandwidth is divided into n number of sub bands. And for each sub band, symbol time is 100 microseconds, which is much greater than delay spread. Delay spread value is 2 to 3 microseconds. So which is T is much greater than TD. That means there will be no ISI. Okay. So this is a new system. In this new system, there is a multiple sub bands are there. For each sub band, you have to assign some carrier frequency. So each sub band will have some carrier frequency, that is sub carrier in each sub band. That means in each sub band, some sub carrier will be assigned. So this system is known as multi-carrier modulation system. Multi-carrier modulation system, MCM. Okay, multi-carrier modulation system, in which whole bandwidth is divided into some part, so that we can avoid the problem of inter-symbol interferences. Because of this condition, T symbol time is much greater than delay spread time. By this calculation, by this concept, using this concept. So this kind of modulation is known as multi-carrier modulation system. This is the base concept of WaveDM. Base concept of WaveDM. That means whole bandwidth is subdivided. That's all. That is the main concept behind it. Now WaveDM, you can say it's a special case of MCM system. WaveDM is nothing but the special case of multi-carrier modulated system. Now, in the case of multi-carrier modulation system, how the signal is transmitted, some mathematics is there. How the signal is received, that thing we'll discuss now. Okay. Total bandwidth, again, it is B by N, and okay, it is 0. N is the total number of subcarrier or subbands. Now this is 0, this is B by N, this is 2B by N. Okay, this is negative side of frequency. Okay, now F naught is what? B by N. This will be 2 into F naught, then 3 F naught, 4 F naught, like this. So F naught is actually fundamental frequency, which is B by N. Okay, that is 10 kilohertz for the case we have seen. B by N, that is 10 kilohertz. That is the bandwidth, fundamental frequency, this one. Now, suppose kth subcarrier we are considering, kth subcarrier. So kth subcarrier is having some particular frequency, k into F naught. With the help of this frequency, we can generate one carrier signal. Carrier signal is denoted by e to the power j2 pi k into F naught. That is nothing but your e to the power j2 pi f. That is the thing, ft. Okay, okay. Xk is what? Xk is nothing but the symbol, kth symbol. So this is the message. This is the message symbol actually. This signal you are going to transmit. Xt you are going to transmit message signal or message symbol. Okay. Now what will be the transmitted signal? It is nothing but product of these two things, message and carrier, basic concept. So message is xt, carrier is your e to the power this one, j 2 pi k f naught t. This is nothing but your fc actually. K into f naught is nothing but fc. You can consider as fc, e to the power j 2 pi fct. That is the thing actually. Okay, carrier. This is nothing but the carrier frequency. This is your carrier signal multiplied with the message signal. Then the product of this is nothing but the transmitted signal. Now this is only for one symbol, that is the kth symbol, kth subcarrier, kth subband. Now you are going to transmit all the subcarriers, n number of subcarriers. So nothing but just add some summation here, put some summation symbol here. Neat transmitted MCM signal is now this one. Received signal will be nothing but as it is we are considering here, because this signal is transmitting and the same signal we are receiving. We are considering here that there is no noise. That is not possible actually, but we are considering that there is no loss of information, no noise through the channel. Okay, for this case, whatever the signal we are going to transmit, the same signal we are receiving at the receiver side. So it looks like Fourier series in discrete. Summation means in discrete. Integration means it's in continuous signal. So it is discrete Fourier series kind of some expression. Now this signal is transmitted and this signal we are receiving, yt we are receiving. What is our target at the receiver side? We want to get back the original message signal. That is, we want to get back this capital X. We want to get back this capital X. How we will get it back? By multiplying yt by e to the power this signal, something like carrier signal, then integration. That means if you want to draw the block diagram of this, the receiver side block diagram of this, it will be nothing but some product modulator will be there, then some integrator will be there. That's all. Some product modulator will be there, then some integrator will be there. In the product modulator, two things are entering. One is the incoming signal from the transmitter side. One is the locally generated carrier signal. That is your this one, e to the power minus j 2 pi L into f naught t. We are interested in lth symbol. We are interested in lth symbol for an example. So we are generating that lth term. So now this is your carrier signal, locally generated, multiplied with the incoming signal yt. Then we are placing some integration. Now this is the way how you can recover your original message signal which was transmitted and in which you are interested in. Now nothing but yt will be replaced by this whole this part of the expression. You are putting it here, rearranging the things. Outside of the integration, we are taking this summation xk f naught. Then we will have e to the power this term minus this one. That means what? E to the power j 2 pi k minus L into f naught t into dt. This is the case now. Now k and L, if both are equal, then this part will give you 1. This part will give you 1. K and L, if both are equal, then this part will give you 1. And if these are not equal, then it will be 0. This is the condition. Remember here, I have written this thing. This is the condition of orthogonal. This is the condition of orthogonal. Okay. Whenever K and L are equal, then it will be 1. If these are not equal, it will be 0. This portion only. Okay. So we are interested in 1 only. So 1 is represented in signal how? By del. So summation xk into del k minus L. This whole thing is replaced now by del of k minus L summation xk. Now 1 is multiplied with the signal, and k minus L, that means k is delayed by L. So if you're multiplying these two things, we will have capital X of L. Now this is the signal we want to get back. This is the signal we want to get back at the receiver side finally. So this is the way how message signal xk multiplied with the carrier signal and transmitter signal is generated here. We are receiving the signal and we are getting back the signal XL. We are getting back the signal XL in the MCM system, multi-carrier modulation system. So basic principle is that in this case, we are at the receiver side, we are multiplying the incoming signal with the locally generated some frequency, this one. Then integration. So this is nothing but the coherent detection also. This is nothing but the coherent detection also, we can say. And here, orthogonality principle, again, it is introduced here, orthogonality principle. That is why orthogonal frequency division multiplexing, the name is orthogonal frequency division multiplexing. After this, FFT and IFFT for waveDM. So FFT and IFFT, I think you know in DSP. We will not doing any numerical around these things. Just we are using the concept. We are using the equation of FFT. Okay. Now consider the MCM signal. What is the MCM signal? This one. This is the MCM signal. Just now we have seen summation, message signal, carrier signal, where xk is the I have written here symbol which is transmitted. K into F naught is the subcarrier frequency. This is the carrier signal. N is the total number of subband or subcarrier. F naught is the fundamental frequency. Capital B is the total bandwidth. Now, in this expression, what you can see, if you don't know FFT and IFFT, this how to generate this one? How to generate this one? Suppose the capital N value is 1000. That means thousands number of carrier frequency you have to generate in the by using some circuit. So frequency generation circuit, we know some oscillator you have to use. So thousands number of oscillator that you have to use. And suppose one oscillator is giving you F naught frequency, the next oscillator, from the next oscillator you must get 2 into F naught. Again from the next one you have to get 3 into F naught frequency. So like this, some synchronization also should be there in all the oscillator, and thousands number of oscillators you need to have. So which is very difficult process. Okay, which is very difficult process. So that is the thing I have mentioned here, that generating this signal, MCM signal. MCM signal is nothing but the signal you are generating and you want to transmit in waveDM also. This signal is used in the waveDM also. So generating this signal is very difficult because of the large number of subcarriers. For each subcarrier, a oscillator is required to generate these kind of frequencies. Okay. How to overcome now this problem? Just we go through this process actually. That means we are not now we are not using oscillators. We are trying to convert the symbols into samples. We are now trying to convert the symbols into samples. That is the important thing. Symbols into samples. Now our symbols are xk. Now we are going to convert this symbol into samples. To do that, Okay. Now, to overcome this problem, how to overcome, we will tell here. Now, total bandwidth is this one. Maximum frequency is B by 2 this side, B by 2 also this side. So, maximum frequency is your B by 2. So, if you are applying Nyquist rate here, Nyquist rate is 2 into FM. FM is what? Maximum frequency component present in the signal. So, 2 into FM. Here it is F max. Maximum frequency is your B by 2. So, Nyquist rate is capital B. From the Nyquist rate, what is the Nyquist interval or sampling interval? 1 by B. That is your T. This T 1 by B, we are denoting it by T, sampling interval. So, whole bandwidth. This frequency will be your B by 2. This frequency will be your minus B by 2. That is the B by 2 is the maximum frequency component. Now, if multiply by 2, you will have the Nyquist rate. 1 by Nyquist frequency or sampling frequency is the Nyquist interval or sampling interval. That is 1 by P equals to capital T. Now, Lth sampling instant, just L into capital T. For Lth sampling instant, L into capital T. Okay, that means 1 by B, 2 by B, 3 by B, like Lth sampling instance. So capital L by capital B. So L by capital B is nothing but your LT. The same thing all these are. Now transmitted signal XT is your now this one. Nothing but this is the MCM signal. Multi-carrier modulated system. By using multi-carrier modulated system, this signal is generated, suppose. Now, if T is replaced by L capital T, this is replaced by this capital L capital T. Here also we are replacing. T is replaced by LT. F naught is your B by N. Cancel out all the things. K into L by N. This signal now looks like your IFFT, inverse fast Fourier transform. Inverse fast Fourier transform. Okay, definitely this is discrete because of that summation symbol is there. Definitely this is a discrete signal. That is why summation symbol is there. Okay, now what we can see, this signal, what you can say, this is the inverse FFT, inverse fast Fourier transform. That means if you are applying that means what XL and XK are FFT pair or inverse Fourier transform pair. That means if you are applying Fourier transform or FFT on this, we will get this one. If we are applying inverse Fourier on this, we will get this one. XK is the symbol, XL is the sample. From the symbol, we are getting now samples. XK is the symbol, XL is the sample. So from the symbol XK, we are getting samples XL by using this equation. These samples will be transmitted now. So that means it is nothing. This signal is converted into this one, which is nothing but your IFFT. So capital XK, now come to the next one. On capital XK, if we are applying IFFT, we will get X0, X1, X of n minus 1. So this is the transmitted symbol. Applying IFFT, we will get samples transmitting through the channel. These samples now is transmitting through the channel. And at the receiver side, we will have, these are the received signal. Apply, how to get capital X? By applying FFT on this. Okay. Okay, class will continue, okay, after this disconnection. That means it is nothing but we are applying IFFT on symbol. We are getting samples. Samples are transmitted through the channel. We are getting this Y at the receiver side. Applying FFT, we are getting back the original message signal x naught x and up to x of n minus 1. That means this is the process is happening in the MCM system or OFDM system. This is the case. At the transmitter side, IFFT, at the receiver side, FFT through the channel.